They're tiny, adorable, and super curious. But without proper care, they can quickly become unhappy. Today, we're diving into hamster and exotic rodent care. Let's get started. Let's begin with a closer look at the broad world of hamsters and exotic rodents. These little creatures are often called pocket pets for their small size. But behind their cute faces and twitching whiskers, there's a world of unique personalities and needs. Hamsters, gerbils, mice, rats, and even less common species like Degus or fancy mice all fall under this umbrella. But each one is distinct in its social habits, housing requirements, and care. It's easy to think of them all as the same, but lumping them together is like saying a tiger and a house cat need the exact same care. Take hamsters, for example. These animals are generally solitary by nature, especially the popular Syrian hamster. In the wild, they live and forage alone, fiercely defending their territory from other hamsters. So, if you're thinking of getting two hamsters, bad news. They'll probably fight. Keeping two together often leads to serious injuries, even if they seem to get along at first. On the other hand, gerbils are the social butterflies of the rodent world. They thrive in pairs or small groups and can become lonely or depressed if kept alone. So, if you get two gerbils, they'll actually be happier together. Understanding these differences is the first step in being a responsible keeper and setting your pet up for a happy, healthy life. Now let's talk about where these little friends live. One of the most common mistakes with hamsters and other rodents is providing a cage that's just too small. Those tiny, colorful cages you see in pet shops? Yeah, they're basically a nightmare for hamsters. They may look fun with all their bright colors and plastic tubes, but in reality, they don't meet the needs of these active, burrowing animals. For hamsters, the minimum recommended floor space is at least 80 by 50 centimeters, or about 31 by 20 inches. Bigger is always better. A spacious aquarium-style enclosure or a large glass tank is a great choice. It allows for deep bedding, plenty of enrichment, and most importantly, enough room for your pet to explore and exercise. When it comes to cage furnishings, natural is the way to go. Instead of filling the habitat with plastic tubes, opt for wooden toys, tunnels, and hideouts. These materials are safer for chewing and mimic the natural environment your pet's instincts crave. Deep bedding is a must. Hamsters and gerbils both love to dig and tunnel. Offer at least 6 inches of paper-based bedding so they can create cozy burrows. And don't forget to provide safe, chewable items to help keep their ever-growing teeth in check. The right environment goes a long way toward keeping your small friend healthy and happy. Moving on to feeding. What should you actually give these little guys? The foundation of a healthy rodent diet is a high-quality commercial mix designed specifically for their species. These mixes contain seeds, grains, and pellets that provide balanced nutrition. But that's not all. Fresh vegetables should be offered regularly for vitamins and hydration. Think small pieces of carrot, cucumber, or broccoli. Leafy greens like kale or spinach are great in moderation. Treats are fun, but moderation is key. Sunflower seeds and nuts are like fast food for hamsters and other rodents. Delicious, but high in fat. A lot of people feed hamsters sunflower seeds all the time. But for them, it's like eating burgers every single day. Use these treats sparingly, maybe a couple of times a week, to avoid weight gain and health issues. And there are some foods you should never give. Chocolate, garlic, onions, and citrus fruits are toxic to rodents. Always double-check before introducing new foods. And remember, when in doubt, leave it out. Exercise and enrichment are just as important as food and shelter. Rodents are incredibly active, and in the wild, they spend hours each night foraging, digging, and exploring. In captivity, we need to replicate these activities as much as possible. A wheel is a must-have in any hamster or mouse enclosure. But not just any wheel. The best choice is a silent, closed-type wheel. Open bar wheels can cause injuries, and noisy wheels might disrupt your pet's sleep. Look for wheels with a solid surface and a diameter appropriate for your species. For a Syrian hamster, that's at least 28 centimeters, or about 11 inches. Digging areas are also vital. Deep bedding encourages natural burrowing behavior, helping your pet feel secure and less stressed. You can also add cardboard tubes, platforms, and climbing toys to keep things interesting. And don't forget about playtime outside the cage. A safe, enclosed playpen is perfect for letting your rodent explore new environments under supervision. Building trust with your pet takes time and patience. If you want to bond with a hamster, don't grab it on the first day. Instead, let it come to you. That way, you reduce stress and build real trust. Start by offering treats from your hand, letting your pet get used to your scent and presence. Over time, gentle handling and positive experiences will help your rodent become a confident, friendly companion. Remember, each animal is different. Some are bold and outgoing, while others are shy and need more time. Cleanliness and health are the foundation of a long, happy life for your pet. A dirty cage isn't just unpleasant for you, it's dangerous for your rodent. Spot clean dirty areas every day by removing soiled bedding and uneaten food. Once a week, do a full cage clean. Remove your pet, discard all bedding, and wash the enclosure and accessories with pet-safe disinfectant. Let everything dry thoroughly before adding fresh bedding and returning your pet. Bathing your pet in water is usually unnecessary. In fact, it can be stressful and even harmful. But sand baths are a must for dwarf hamsters and some other species. Offer a shallow dish filled with chinchilla sand, not dust, a few times a week. Rolling in the sand helps your hamster keep its fur clean and removes excess oils naturally. Pay close attention to your pet's behavior and appearance. Warning signs of illness include loss of appetite, lethargy, overeating, breathing problems, or changes in fur condition. If your hamster's tail looks constantly wet, don't just assume it spilled some water. It could actually be a serious illness called wet tail, a dangerous infection that requires immediate veterinary attention. Any sudden changes in your pet's routine or appearance should prompt a trip to a rodent-savvy vet. Now, let's talk about responsibility and what it really means to care for a small rodent. Most hamsters, gerbils, and mice live about 2 to 4 years. That might not sound like a long time, but for these little animals, it's an entire lifetime. When you decide to get a hamster, you're really saying yes to a 2 or 3 year journey. They may be small, but the responsibility is huge. Many people think rodents are perfect pets for kids, but in reality, they require as much care and attention as a dog or cat. They need daily feeding, cage cleaning, social interaction, and health monitoring. They're sensitive to changes in their environment and can become stressed or ill if their needs aren't met. Before bringing one home, make sure everyone in your household understands the commitment involved. These animals aren't toys to be played with and forgotten. They're unique individuals with personalities, preferences, and feelings. Treat them with the respect and love they deserve, and you'll be rewarded with a wonderful companion. Let's recap some of the key points to remember if you're considering bringing a hamster or other exotic rodent into your home. First, do your research on the specific species you're interested in. Syrian hamsters are best kept alone, but dwarf hamsters, gerbils, and mice may enjoy company, though you'll need to ensure they're the same gender to avoid surprise litters. Each species has unique housing, dietary, and social needs, so make sure you're prepared to meet them. Second, invest in a spacious, enriching enclosure. The minimum recommendations are just that, a minimum. Whenever possible, provide more space, more bedding, and more opportunities for natural behavior. Your pet will thank you with increased activity, curiosity, and even affection. Third, focus on a balanced diet. High-quality commercial food, supplemented with fresh vegetables and occasional treats, will keep your rodent in top shape. Avoid sugary or fatty treats and steer clear of toxic foods entirely. Fourth, encourage exercise and play. Wheels, tunnels, digging areas, and supervised playtime outside the cage all help prevent boredom and obesity. Regular interaction also builds trust and strengthens your bond. Fifth, prioritize cleanliness and health. Clean the cage regularly, provide sand baths for species that need them, and watch for signs of illness. Don't hesitate to seek veterinary care if you notice anything unusual. Finally, remember the responsibility you're taking on. These small pets may not live as long as dogs or cats, but they rely on you for everything. With proper care, they can become beloved family members, bringing joy, laughter, and even a sense of wonder into your life. Caring for hamsters and exotic rodents is both an art and a science. It's about understanding their instincts and needs, providing the best possible environment, and forming a bond based on trust and respect. These little animals may be small, but they have big personalities and a lot of love to give. If you're willing to put in the time and effort, you'll discover just how rewarding it can be to share your life with one of these fascinating creatures. As you can see, hamsters and other exotic rodents aren't just cute. They need real care and attention. If you learned something new today and want to see more content for our little friends, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video.